and I am going to go drop off the mortgage check today at lunch. Yeah, I've gotten in the habit of doing it because if I mail it, for some reason the mortgage check takes until about the 14th or 15th to clear. So that money sits in the account, of course, which is fine if you're looking at earning interest. But my account doesn't really pay any interest, so there's no point in leaving it in there. But that money sits in there, and at any moment it might drop below the point where the check won't clear. So if I take it, especially if I could take it right before the first of the month, it only takes like 4 days for it to clear instead of 14 or 16. So in the mail, even though the mail gets there pretty quick, I need to set up like an automatic payment for it. But even that takes several days. I do the automatic payment for the car payment, and it seems to work pretty well. It's kind of screwy. The bank I have the car payment through automatically pulls out of that account, but I don't have my automatic deposit going there. My automatic deposit goes to a different bank, so I have to have a draft go from one bank to the other. It's not really a draft, it's actually a check, which is fine because they don't charge me for that check. It's basically a free service they provide, which is awesome. But so I get a note in my email saying, okay, we wrote the check and we mailed it, essentially. They send it electronically, but essentially they mail the check, and then at some point it comes back through saying it cleared, which is like after the car payment goes through. So at some point the car payment goes through and the amount goes down in the one bank account, and then the check goes in and brings it back up to the level, so that every month I just have it set for like $1 over the amount. So and so there'll be a slow climb in that account balance. And I don't know, it's weird, the games you have to play just to make things work, because I can't actually write a check to the mortgage company. I have to deposit into a certain account and have the mortgage company, because it's part of the bank, but the bank refuses. You can't just write to the mortgage. You gotta deposit the money and it'll pull it out of the account. And it's like, come on guys, you're killing me here. I gotta go through this multi-step process because of your bureaucratic bullshit. Actually, I set it up like 10 years ago. Maybe they've changed it. I can go back through and talk to them and see if I can fix that issue. But I don't know. Maybe I can just get it to where they can tap my account every month and it'll just go through immediately and I won't have to worry about it. Well, I would have to worry about it. It's a hell of a lot of money. But some months I want to pay over and some months I don't. So it depends on what the bill situation is. Last month I did not pay anything over on the mortgage because I wanted to pay off what I owed on the credit card, because I had some money on the credit card left over from repairs around the house, that sort of thing. I mean, the refrigerator repair guy was still on the credit card. So I don't know. It's just kind of nuts. But you have the hoops you have to jump through to get this modern crap to work. It's supposed to be so damn easy. And well, it's a lot easier just to write a damn check and forget about it, because that's all I had to do before. But now I've got to do the whole deposit thing to get this automatic stuff to work. I got to work twice as hard to get the automatic stuff to work. Pain in the ass. So this Friday. Today's Saturday. Today is Saturday, the 27th of February, 2016, and Friday evening, man, I was having a rough day at work. And I hit one of those walls where you just can't think. I knew I was in this situation. I was aware of it. I was consciously able to kind of keep track of myself and try to figure out what was going on. And I had this problem where a couple of the systems I work on, I'm a computer tester and all this kind of stuff. So I do software building. And I was looking at this problem and I could not get an answer out of it. I was trying to learn something, and I was trying to put two and two together at the same time, figure out what happened, what I can do to fix it, where do I get the information I need, because it's kind of a new thing for me on these particular two systems. And it wasn't happening, and I knew it. So I went home and I did this. I walked in the door and I was nodding off on the car ride home. Walked in, went to bed, and slept 13 hours, I think. I have to redo the math, but got up this morning, got on remotely, and was able to look at what was going on and figure out, it's like, there's an old trick. What happens is we have these seed files and installs the seed files on these test machines, and then you run them, and that's what blew up, and I had to go back and reconstruct this test system and blah, blah, blah. But then I tried an old trick where you take a different seed file that worked before, one from a couple of weeks ago that you know worked, and you just tell it, okay, just go try to test that one. And the first step in the test is it tries to reconstruct the system to a good state, and then it does the test, and it worked on both systems. I did not expect that to happen. That is the oldest trick in the book for testing, and it's the first thing I tried today, and it worked. And I was all mentally psyching myself up to have a fight on my hands with these two machines, and then to do as much as I could from home and not have to go install them. You know, if you have to go manually hand install them, it's a nightmare. I was hoping to avoid that. Well, they weren't that bad off, thank God. But it's just one of those things, man. Sometimes you have this situation where you just know you're not in a good state, and my brain is not in a good state, and I'm not going to be able to defeat this problem. Get some sleep. That's what sleep's for. It's to reset all of the pieces of the brain all at once. So you start off from a fresh state. Anybody who does software testing or hardware testing understands. You understand what sleep is for, because it puts you back in a good state, a good place to begin to screw up your brain and to put everything back into bad shape again. That's why we sleep. But anyway, so I had kind of allocated all of today to jack with that problem, and the first thing basically fixed it. And I'm sitting there debating, since that first thing fixed it, should I go try to take it the next step and then repeat the tests? And normally I had this voice in my head that says, yeah, man, you should go try to get the work done. But no, that voice was telling you, look, man, you need to relax. You need to step back, and you need to just have the rest of the play day, because it's been getting worse. This last week, 2 weeks of work has been nuts, because we have like 3 of these streams of programming. We're testing and building and all this kind of crap. We have 3 streams all going out like this week and next week, but the thing is, everything got bumped to next week. So hopefully the majority of my part of the work is done, and it won't be a problem. It won't be a problem come like Tuesday / next Monday, the week after next. It won't be as crazy as it has been. Me working until 10:30 at night every night, just trying to get things, just trying to get things out for people. Hopefully we can stop doing that every night. And after a week of that, I just can't think anymore. And of course, 13 hours of sleep helps a little bit. That little voice that usually nags me to get some more work done is like, no, man, they got this. Let them handle it. It's just kind of strange having that little voice on the other side of things this time. Oh, we got something going on. I hear sirens.